Growbot is a point-and-click adventure game published by Application Systems Heidelberg and developed by Wabisabi Play. The game is set on what is dubbed a biopunk space station and has you take control of a Growbot named Dinara, a kind of robot that interacts with and grows plants that power the space station. Your space station has been attacked and is being engulfed by crystals, and it's your job to find out what's going on and save the other Growbots who crew the station. Growbot is rendered in beautiful hand-drawn art created by award-winning artist Lisa Evans. Every scene is an absolute treat for the eyes as luminescent flowers pop in the grim darkness, and the characters you encounter are brought to life with charming creativity, from giant interdimensional space bear things to miniature Pikmin-like creatures who help you solve puzzles. And this is an adventure game, so there are plenty of puzzles. There is a nice variety of them on offer, and you'll find yourself rotating wheels to solve mathematical problems or combining items to use on objects to progress. One of the main puzzles that crop up is to do with a thing called a flower arranger. Each flower has a musical note associated with it, and if you create a specific tune with the flowers, you can break through the shields dotted around the space station that block your progression. This means that you'll be on the lookout for new flowers to create new music to access new areas. A couple of these puzzles do, however, fall into the adventure game trap of becoming too difficult, and they'll frustrate you when this happens. The gameplay loop is familiar. Encounter areas that are locked or off limits. Solve puzzles to remove those barricades and move further into the space station in search of your crewmates. You'll pick up items along the way, most of them with complex abstract biopunk functions, and you're given them at such a rate it's easy to forget what item does what, leading to you using all of your inventory items in the hope that it's the right one required for the right situation. Music plays a big part in Growbot, and I'm happy to report that it's gorgeous. There is a soft classical piano soundtrack with accompanying ambience, and the general sound design is just as good too. While there is no voice acting, characters chitter and squeak in a delightful Nintendo style. However, this is where we start to run into problems. Growbot is engaging and its story remains intriguing for its first half, but as you reach that halfway mark, the story starts to become confused. There is a real sense of magical realism to the game, but there are more questions than answers, and even after completing the game, I can't tell you what exactly some of these characters do or are. When you add it up, the time you'll spend on puzzles far outweighs the time that could have been spent on developing the characters and world in a more fleshed out way. Adding to the problem, the experience only lasts around 3.5 hours, meaning that just as you're expecting a payoff or some exposition to give more context to your past hours of puzzling, Growbot instead wraps up very quickly and unsatisfactorily. Growbot's major failing is that it crafts a fun, interesting and beautiful world only to lose it all in late game convoluted eccentricity and a short overall playtime, not allowing things to play out further. Growbot is a good game that is worth playing if you're already an adventure game fan looking for something cute and charming to get lost in, but poor exposition and a short playtime hold back what could have been a more fleshed out experience.